All right. Good morning, cyber traders. Welcome back on a hump day of the Tuesday. How's everybody doing? How you doing, Patrick? Grant, good to see you. Everyone on YouTube Live, Facebook Live, good to see you all. Cyber traders, good morning. Let me tell you, yesterday sucked. It really wasn't. There was not that many great things that moving. There were a couple of things. I says, you know what? It's typical Monday. It was a gorgeous weekend. No one really comes out to work. I really didn't trade that much. But let me tell you, this morning was phenomenal. Phenomenal. Okay. And it all starts with Kodak. Okay. It all starts with Kodak. I mean, up 240%. We watched this morning. And this is only one. Oh, boom! It just broke through $9. Okay, that's exactly what I was waiting for. And then forget about Kodak. What about Fran? Fran. What about Fran? I mean, the announcement this morning, and I'm gonna post it in again. All right, post that in there again in the chat room, and also I'm gonna put in the comments in what do we got here? Right there in the cyber group in YouTube Live. Look at the time. We start right before we get in around 7:45, right around 8 o'clock. The 8 o'clock move came in. Look at the time slot. Look at the two biggest stocks on that watch list, Fran and Kodak. Okay. The watch list was there. It was short, right to the point. The other two were doing pretty well, but these two were kicking ass. Killed it on each one of those stocks. And we're going to talk a little bit about them, and we're going to see what it is, what the news, and how do we find out about them and everything else. But let me tell you, I mean, honestly, I'm done for the day. I really, you know what? I'm only going to be in the room because I have to, but I really don't like to give my money back. But I think most of us made our money going into this morning already. I mean, there are a couple other stocks out here. You got Boxell that's also moving too, but I mean, we're pretty much done. We're pretty much done. Wouldn't you say, everybody? I don't know what was even better. The Kodak, actually, the Fran was a lot better. All right. But let's go out and let's just talk really quick and about the stocks that we traded and see what's going on this morning as of yesterday. I want to talk about those first, and then we're going to go back to the watch list. All right. So here's what you guys missed yesterday. Just want to kind of recap. We had a really nice push going into the CAPR. Going into the close, you can see at 2:30, stock ran from like 880 to about 1080. Nice little move. Had a nice little, and it also right into the after hours. So I know some of you guys did trade after hours on that stock. That stock did really well. VXRT did pretty well. You could see here right in the close. Hold on, let me change this a little bit better so you can see it. So that one right around 12 o'clock just ran from 950 to 1050. I mean, it was okay. Nicola was actually pretty awesome in the morning, and then she kind of died out. NKLA, spelled it wrong. There you go. You could see that one just ran from 31 to 34, almost to 35. Nice little, that stock. You can watch this on YouTube. That was a great trade. We owned it at 30. We sold it at 90, 89 to be exact. In like 2 days, it was just unbelievable stock that we traded. Good thing we got out of it because look where it dropped down. We're right down to 30. MNOV was one we also traded yesterday too. 7 to 13. By the way, I know we have a lot of these people here in that are logged in from all over the world and on YouTube, Facebook Live. Go back to Lookout Journals. Go back and look at yesterday's morning and afternoon watch list. Subscribe to us, like us, and everybody on on the cyber group. You should be doing the same too. Remember, we only trade about an hour a day, and maybe an hour in the afternoon. Most of your time needs to be spent in classroom and review it. You have to learn if you want to earn. You got to go back and say, did he talk about it? What did he say? And let me tell you, eventually you catch on these little things, why they do things that do what they do. Last one I want to show is the WHLM. All right. So that one, not a huge winner, but it went from 4 to 12. You could see it right here. The chart, intraday chart, doesn't look as pretty, but if you see it went from 7 to 12, back down to 9, back down to 12. Nice little scalping type of stock. All right. So anyway, that was yesterday. That's in the archives. Let's talk about what's going on this morning. All right. So let me tell you what's going on with the Kodak. All right. If you haven't looked at the news, they just got almost $1 billion regarding about a grant regarding. First, I didn't even know this that Kodak does this. I thought we always think of Eastern Kodak as the Polaroid cameras, but they're in blockchain. They're obviously in here in New York, and they're doing something with their drugs or something like that. So they're in the drug business. So Kodak is really what they call a conglomerate. means they own multiple businesses. And the stock has not done well in a long, long time. So anyway, just kind of reiterate what happened with this Kodak trade. So I know some people like are not fans of watching TV. They're like, I'm not really a TV guy, whatever it is. Listen, you are in the business and you just can't depend on us to tell you what's going on to broadcast the news. So I'm watching Fox Business and all of a sudden I see Kodak coming out. I'm like, what's the news? I'm on I log in early. And meanwhile, if you see right here, you could see right here at 7:30, stock was at $6. The thing was at $2. It looked let me just check this chart right here. I haven't seen this in a while, but this thing started literally around 6 o'clock in the morning and was right at $3. Look, it just kept going up, going up, going up. We didn't get until like 8 o'clock. Okay. And it was like, damn, we're going to pay that much for the stock. So anyway, as I have Fox Business News on, the Navarro, one of President Trump's people on his cabinet, who does all these deal things regarding with the drugs and coronavirus stuff. He got on. He was talking about it, that there's this big news coming out, and it just happened to be in the right place at the right time. So he was literally just bragging about this deal they did with Kodak. Now listen, guys. Listen. You like the president, you hate the president. You loved Obama, you hate Obama. It doesn't matter. You know what you love? Making money. Okay, and because he's the president now, things that he do is going to move the market, especially being in a pandemic. Okay, so here they are talking about Kodak. What am I going to do? Short the damn stock, right? Because the guy came on that. Listen, that is being ignorant. I'm doing yourself a favor. There's going to be a Democratic president one day. There's going to be another Republican president. There's going to be companies that you can't stand. You could see that Elon Musk left California and moved to Texas, and you're going to be like, I'm never going to buy a Tesla ever. Yeah, great. How'd that work out for you? You want to short it. You should have shorted the stock when it was at 300. Let me know how that's working out for you now when it's at 1,500. You okay? Because remember, that's when he actually made the announcement he was leaving California. So you got to remember, you got to think as a trader. You can't fall in love with these companies, and you can't be vindictive on these companies because you'll get crushed. And anyway, my point I'm getting to, he's on TV, he's talking about it. Boom, the stock just literally started going off. And usually when somebody talks about a company, they usually reverse when the interview was over. And I did mention that earlier. I said, let me see if it does a reverse. Never reversed. Okay. So when he was done with the interview right around here, around 750, look, the stock ran to $9. So that alone was a nice $1.50 move. But that really wasn't the best trade of the day. Okay. The best trade of the day was the Fran. At 8 o'clock when we called it out, the thing was $5.50. The thing ran to 10. Okay. The stock just literally was on fire. Now, if you go back and you look at Fran, I just want to bring this back and just show you something pretty cool. This stock back in 17, 18, this was about a $250 stock. Okay. So when you think it like you missed the boat, you could see we did trade the stock several times. A lot of you remember the stock. We did trade it. We had a couple of spikes over here. It was the year before. Right here, you can see a stock went from 4 to ran to 20. So Fran, I think, has got a lot of big move to go. I would keep a very close eye on this Fran going into the open. All right. So Fran is two stocks. So Fran and Kodak, definitely you want to keep a close eye on it. The next biggest stock on that watch list too that I found that's moving. Remember we traded Boxell? Boxell was at $1. Thing ran to $4. Stock was up literally 300-400%. You know what? Stock right now might test highs. Look at the level 3 on this bad boy. Look at those orders, 29,000, 33,000 resistance levels. A lot of big buyers on this stock. So this stock also 1.3 million shares. Stock looks awesome. Looks great. Now, there were a couple other stocks that did make the watch list. They're kind of flat. SPPI was one of them. I know what happened, but she's kind of falling out of bed right now. Stocks are 48%, 2.3 million shares. I'm seeing some substantial buyers out there. I can see some 7,000s, 27,000s, 10,000s. Not really that big sellers out there, but you know what? Out of the 4, if you just bought all 4 of them, you probably lost on 2, but you killed it on the other 2. So, you're definitely ahead of the game. SNGX is another one that came up on my watch list, but she's kind of flat. That was one of the stocks that also was on the watch list. So you had SPPI and the SNGX. They really didn't do too much. Okay. So they kind of flatlined here. So you keep an eye on that going on. By the way, I'm going to bring up the level 4. You can see there's some really, really big bubbles going on. A lot of buyers going on. It's got to break through this resistance levels at $9, okay? Looks like it's testing it, but there looks like there's a substantial amount of buyers that are bidding it up due to what I see on the level 4. By the way, this is actually Kodak. I'm sorry. So we got to break through this $9 resistance levels. This stock breaks through 9, it's going to 12, okay? And let me just bring this up here because I did bring this up earlier in the cyber group room. Where did I put it? I want to copy and paste it. Okay. So anyway, here was the chat from 8:30 this morning. I'm just going to retype it back in there, and I'm going to put it in the Facebook Live and YouTube Live so you guys can see that. So at 8:25, it says if the stock breaks passes 9, then it's probably going to go to 12. So honestly, you could see how the stock got pretty damn close, and it's testing it right now. It's like literally knocking on that door at $9. And you know what? This is going to be a fun stock watching what goes into the open. This thing's going to it's going to do this crazy different. It's going to go up and down. This thing could probably go past 9. Oh, looks like it's going to break it. Did it hit the guy? Oh, look. See that blue? Look, it did hit him. A lot of the orders. It's going to break it. All right, guys, we got some profit taking going on, but it's there. But anyway, this is why we love trading. This is so awesome. This is so awesome. Oh, look at computers. It's trading so much volume. My computer just locked. All right, well, let me bring up the other system then. That's why you have to have 2 multiple execution systems when things lock up. But anyway, a lot of cool stuff. All right, guys. So listen, it's a really small list, but it's an awesome list. Awesome list. I mean, how better could you get than that? All right. So anything I'm missing, I did not call out. Anything I'm missing? By the way, I just want to repeat one thing. Remember I told you last week, watch the news. Watch, I'm going to start talking about metals. Remember I told you about that? And I said, you know what? And the people, because I was getting private chats, and like, Fausto, how do you have like a crystal ball or something? I'm like, no. Listen, that's for stockgeniepeople.coms and stuff like that. When you're a trader, you just know how to find smoke. Okay. And when you know how to find smoke, what do you end up finding? Fire. Okay. When you're doing this long enough, it says, I've been doing it for 25 years, and you were trained by the best people in the industry. You just know where to look and you see the industry. And then all of a sudden, everybody's talking about the metals now. Okay. Which is what it's going to cause. It's going to cause a lot of buying opportunity. So let me tell you, this is what you learn by being part of it. Listen, greatest job in the world. I think personally, the most prestigious job in the world. Okay. Probably the hardest job to get when you were my age, because unless you knew somebody in the industry, no one's going to let you in part of the private club. And now you guys have the opportunity. So do yourself a favor. Don't screw it up. Okay. You got to learn before you can earn. And you know what? As long as you guys are seeing what's going on and you see the opportunity out there, this is what it's all about. So I'm just very excited you guys had the opportunity to come on Hump Day and see it on a Tuesday. All right, everyone. Anything I'm missing I did not call out? Chuck made some money on that Fran trade. Beautiful. By the way, guys, you know what today is? Today's Tuesday. And before we go and get you guys ready for the open, because I know I do, I just want to just remind everybody that on today's agenda, today's Traders Talk, 11 o'clock with Josh. Don't forget, Q&A strategy, most popular event that we do for the week for all Cyber Group members. So if you guys want to, if you're on YouTube, Facebook Live, if you want to get in, just click on the bottom, do the trial for $9, and you'll be able to get in and enjoy that opportunity. All right, guys? So don't forget to miss that Traders Talk today. We do it once a week, and it's one of the most popular Cyber Group events that we do. And then don't forget Thursday's Trading Live with Fausto, which is I'm going to teach you how to use the level 3. Just always want to remind everybody every morning about those upcoming events. All right, guys? So there you go. By the way, Fran looks awesome. Testing that resistance levels again. I think it's going to be a really exciting one when this market opens up. So don't miss that opportunity. All right, guys? Just one last thing. I got a gentleman, Peter, on YouTube wanted to ask me about the SPPI. Complete garbage. Like I said, it was on my watch list. It's got support levels right here. If it breaks this 480, it's pretty much done. I see some big orders out there. They're holding it. You can see NASDAQ's right there, 51. It's been testing it. You know what? Cut with your losses and run with the winners. That's the way you got to look at it. All right. So I think I answered that. Jesus says, how do I get into the class? I mean, listen, we just posted a link up there. So that's how you basically get in there, right? Jesus? All right, guys. Good luck, everyone. Happy trading. We'll see you back at 11 o'clock here. And if you're on YouTube, Facebook Live, don't forget, we'll be back at 2:30 for the afternoon meeting too. So don't miss that. All right. And listen, if you made your money for the day, why not? Why not? By the way, you don't have to trade every day. There's not a full-time job. Just make your money and go home. You think this is like, oh, I saw that opportunity in Kodak. I saw that opportunity. Listen, if you know Cyber Trading University well, you know very damn well, we do this every damn day. You think it's a shocker to see a stock up 240% like Kodak? We do it every day, okay? It's just making sure you know exactly where to get in and where to get at. By the way, Peter, did you see what just happened with the SPPI? Guy got filled in the morning, and look what happened. Stock just went right down. You got to follow the money, buddy. You got to follow the money. Good luck, everyone. Happy trading. We'll see you back at 11 or 2:30.